Welcome back. I want us to look at the section of a web. When we talk about a web in engineering drawing or technical drawing, we are talking about a shape or a body like this. Is what we call a web. Okay, so without this cutting plane and without this cutting plane, so the whole of this body, okay, is a web. So we call it a web. So you can see it. It will be attached to an engineering component. Okay, so we call it a web. So I want us to look at the section of a web because uh, there are students that do not understand when it comes to sectioning of a web, okay, in engineering drawing. So that's why I want us to focus on how we section a web. Okay, so now, so there are two cutting planes on this web. So we have cutting plane mm, okay, and we have cutting plane nn. So for cutting plane it cut the web longitudinally. It cut it longitudinally so that it cut it from here down, and then we are to remove this part. Okay, so we want to see what we have on this surface. Okay, so when we have this kind of cutting plane, we have this cutting plane cutting the web like this. So how are we to show the sectional view? So that's what I want us to look at. Okay, so let's look at the dimensions on the web. So we have that from here to here is 100 millimeters, and from here to here is 80 millimeters. So for cutting plane so we want to look at how the sectional view we look for this web. Okay, so let's do that. So we are to construct a triangle. So that's what we are to do. So we draw a horizontal line here. So from here to here, okay, and then we are to draw a vertical line. So we have to draw a vertical line. Okay, so here we have a vertical line like this. Okay, so here we have this. Okay, so we have to take the measurement. So from here, so we take 80 millimeters. So this is 80 millimeters. Okay, and then we take 100 millimeters. So 100 millimeters. So I'm getting what I used to take it. So from this point, so we have this to be 100 millimeters. Okay, so we have to connect these 2 points together. So we connect these 2 points together. So make it a thick line at once. Okay, okay, so we have this, and then so we also make this a thick line from here to here, and we also make this a thick line from here to here. So here we have this. Okay, so now, so when we have the cutting the, as we have cutting plane so cutting the web like this. So this surface will be left unhashed. This surface will be left unhashed. Okay, so we leave it unhashed, and this will give us what this will give us. We have what we have as section so we have section so section so section so the cutting plane is cutting plane so we call it section as we have it here. So when the cutting plane, when it cuts the web longitudinally, so we leave it unhashed. So this is how you are to leave it. So when it comes to the sectioning of a web, as we have the cutting plane like this. Okay, that is one. Now let's go to that of section NN. Okay, so we have cutting plane NN. So it cut the web, it cut it like this, and then we have to remove this part. We want to see what we have on the rest of the surface here. Okay, so let's see how that will look. Okay, so in this case now, so what we are to do, so I will do the other one here. So the thickness of the web, so thickness of the web is not given, but I'm going to take it as 15 millimeters. I'll take this thickness from here to, I'll take it as 15 millimeters. Okay, so what we have to do here, so let me put it up here. We are to draw a horizontal line. So we draw horizontal line like this. Okay, so we draw horizontal line here, and then we also draw a vertical line. So coming to this side, so we draw a vertical line up like this. Okay, and then we take a measurement of 15 millimeters, as we have agreed that the thickness should be 15 millimeters. So this is 15 millimeters, and from this point we draw a horizontal line. So we draw a horizontal line to this side, and then we now take a measurement of 80 millimeters from this point, 80 millimeters from this point forward. So this is 80 millimeters. So then we draw a vertical line here. So we draw a vertical line so we can make it a tip line at once. So here we have it. Okay, so then we have from here to here, and then so we also have it from here to here, and from here to here. We have this. Okay, so another thing that we have here is that, so what is the distance from here to here? So let's take that as 30 millimeters. Okay, so we don't, so let's take that as 30 millimeters. So this part is cut off, so we have to take a measurement of 30 millimeters from this end forward. So 30 millimeters from this end forward, this is 30 millimeters. So here we draw a vertical line. So within this space, so we draw a vertical line from here to here. So here we have this. So then, so to now show that this surface, by the time we cut this part off and we remove it, so we are going to see this surface, it will look rough around here. So we have to show that roughness. Okay, we have to show that roughness. So in this case, for the web, so when the cutting plane is placed like this on the web, okay, so we are to hash this the surface. We have to hash the surface. So when we have the cutting plane in that form, so unlike what we have here, in which the web is cut longitudinally. Okay, so let's take note of the difference between the two. Okay, so here we put the action lines. Okay, so we have this. Okay, so this is it. So this is section NN. So section NN. So in this case, so this is how the sectional view will look. So you can see the difference between the two. So when the cutting plane cut the web longitudinally, so this is how we are to produce the sectional view. And then if the cutting plane, it cut it the way we see it here for NN, so this is how we are to show the sectional view. So thank you and God bless you.